What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend as well as happy holidays, everybody. The topic we're going to be talking about today is CGC. Is it worth grading with CGC? What are the pros and cons? How was my experience with CGC? What is the reality of sending cards into CGC? So we're going to talk about this. I send in about 30 cards to CGC with a buddy of mine who sends stuff into CGC all the time, and the results we got back were okay. I do have a CGC submission return video on the channel. If you want to check that out, feel free. In the thumbnail, I have these two because these are the ones that I wanted to sell the most. I wanted to see what grades they got the most. This one is actually sold currently, so this is the last time that you'll see this card on the channel. I really didn't want to sell it, but this is the last card that we're seeing on the channel. A buddy of mine traded me for this card, and I was really stoked to have the Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path. This was really an important card to have in my collection, but you know what? There are bigger things brewing right now. And I figure if I could get a good deal on this and get it graded in a 9, which it just sold for $180 or maybe $185 with shipping, I don't know. But which I think is super undervalued, honestly. This is, in my opinion, one of the best rainbow rares that we're going to see in a long time. And I'm not even a fan of different Charizard modern alt arts. I honestly prefer the base set Charizard. In this case, this is the Legendary Collection Charizard, but I just prefer this base set artwork. We can take a look at this real quick. It's really just, I just love the simplicity of these cards. I like base set. I am a WotC boomer, simp, whatever you want to call it. I just really like WotC cards. But anyways, I have about 4 slabs left. I thought I had 3, maybe 4, maybe, is that 5? Anyways, I've sold most of the CGC slabs already, but what we're going to talk about is collection uniformity, right? What I've come to realize is that I don't want cards in my collection that look different, really. Like, it really does make a difference when your whole collection is uniform in the same company from grading. It makes a huge difference. And for me, I prefer to have everything in a PSA label. I still like Beckett. And I've been saying from the drop that I like these black labels that CGC has. I actually do like them. I think that they are solid. I honestly, I think this card looks good in a CGC slab. And the slab quality itself is another conversation, but the slab quality itself is really, really good. I like how thick they are. I actually like these a lot more than I like the PSA quality of the slabs, okay? There's no argument there. I think PSA slabs suck, but most of my collection is already PSA, which makes it really hard. Now, do I think in the future that CGC could be really big and really popular? Absolutely. I think CGC could be huge. Tons of people will be grading with them. Right now, CGC is falling off a good bit. I would say submissions with CGC have dropped about 50%. But either way, it's still the cheapest option to grade. You get your cards back the fastest. And I have sales to prove, as many others do, because there are CGC auctions going on every single week, every single day, every 10 minutes that are selling, right? And they are selling probably very close to the PSA pricing. So take this Charizard VMAX Rainbow that honestly, I don't know why it got a 9. I mean, I know the centering could be a little bit better. I get that the centering could be better, but this card actually pisses me off a little bit because there's not a spec. Maybe you guys will watch this video, pause it, and find something that I'm not seeing, but there's not a spec on the back of this card. The back centering is pristine. Okay, it's a little bit off center on the front, but like seriously, this is modern. They should have thrown this a 10. Anyways, I feel like I'm taking a huge loss, even though I'm not taking a loss because I traded up for this card. but still, $180. I feel like whoever got this card is getting a really good deal on it. But feel free to let me know in the comments, like, no, 180, like, you got a really good price for that card, Orion. But you guys know that I like Charizards. I really don't want to sell this card, but it's whatever. But then we have 2 more base set cards that we need to get rid of. I really don't have a lot of CGC slabs left. But these guys are on the eBay. I wanted to see what grades they would get. This is earlier in my collecting career where I collected Charizard cards, and I just wanted to see what CGC would give them. For 10 bucks a slab, who cares? Let's see what happens. I have had offers. I do know people are interested in these cards, but it's been harder to sell, okay? And that's something interesting to talk about too here, that CGC slabs are undoubtedly harder to sell than Beckett or PSA. I firmly believe that. And AGS might just be the worst, because I still have a card on my eBay that's an AGS Dark Paladin for Yu-Gi-Oh! And that card just won't sell. And it's a beautiful card, but it's a first edition Dark Paladin. It just won't sell. The grading company really matters. I mean, you might as well just crack open the card and put it up for auction if it's not PSA. I should say that lightly, because I know there are a lot of people that watch this channel now that might take that the wrong way and might be like, okay, well, I'll just crack all my other slabs. Don't do that. But like, if you want to get max value out of some of these cards, it might be better to crack them. But so far, my experience with CGC has been pretty good. A lot of the cards that got 9s ended up selling for what I put into them, plus the grading fee of $10. So it's really not that big of a deal. With shipping costs, you know, I make everybody pay for their own shipping. I didn't do that when I started selling, but I'm doing it now. That has helped a large amount. But for the most part, all of the CGC slabs have still sold, all right? There's still people that want this stuff. There's a huge market for CGC slabs. And that goes back to collection uniformity, right? Okay, let's get all these slabs together. If you have cards all from the same company, it looks better together in your collection. But if I have a ton of PSA slabs, right? If I have a ton of PSA slabs, and then here's an old CGC that I'm trying to sell right now, which I actually kind of like the old CGC labels more. But if your collection is all PSA, you know, and suddenly you've got a CGC in there, it just looks off. It does not look good. You can't convince me otherwise. 2 of the CGC slabs that I will be keeping regardless. These were sent to me by subscribers. I feel like maybe I pulled one, or maybe I was gifted both. But these were sent to me by subscribers. And if you haven't seen this yet, I did get your cards graded, whether you know it or not, or have kept up with the channel. I still have both of the Leon character arts, kind of with these Charizards. I mean, this one's obvious. Leon's right there. I love this Charizard card. But this one, he's kind of in the back, but I like having these 2. This one's from Vivid Voltage. This is Lost Origins, I believe. Yeah, Lost Origin. But these 2 just look really good together. And so I'm keeping those just because they go with my little box. So my little slab box. So this is the box that I use to put up all of my auctions, my little slab box. And it's got Leon again there with the Charizard. So I thought it was fitting that I would have the 2 Leon Charizards right here with the box. It just looks really good together. But yeah, so far, and I sold some PSA 10s that did really well, that actually fared really close to PSA 10 pricing, like maybe a couple dollars off. But I think there's a huge market for CGC. If you really just want to sell and you want to grade stuff quickly, I think CGC is a really good option. The slab quality is really good. But from some of the folks I've been talking to, it seems like vendors really don't want CGC slabs. I mean, when it comes to CGC right now, you might be better off cracking your slabs for raw. I have even considered cracking these Charizards out of these CGC slabs just to sell or auction them off as raw cards. I have some big things coming, so right now it is double time. I really need to make stuff happen so that I can afford the cards that I am going after right now, which is mainly gold stars and crystals. What is that? I don't even know. I definitely don't put that up on my eBay. I know I didn't have that card. But overall, I think CGC is going to be really big in the future. Right now, they're hurting. Right now, submissions are down. Right now, people have tested them out. They've enjoyed saving some money. But in the end, I think everybody's still going to go back to BGS or PSA. BGS has been extremely consistent, and PSA has been arguably the most consistent grading company ever. This is why they're a staple. This is why we pay a premium, even when PSA 10s and PSA 9s are flawed beyond belief. This is why we like PSA. It's been around for so long. It's been consistent for so long. But yeah, those are my thoughts on CGC. I don't have too much to add to that other than, if you want to save a lot of money on grading and if you want to get your stuff sent back quickly, CGC is a great option. For sellers, CGC just makes sense. But one thing I've learned is that a lot of vendors, both locally and buyers online, they really like raw cards. They really want the card as it is without being graded. This is a bad example, but there are some cards that it'd be stupid not to grade them, right? I've talked about 151 a lot. I've got my 151 binder right here. But cards like these UPC promos, I've been watching this one like a hawk recently. Okay, PSA 9s still fetching $30, $35. People are bidding these things up, okay? This card's free in a UPC. It would be hard for you not to get a 9, okay? 10, you get the premium on this card. You can get like 100, 150 plus on this card, okay? But in a 9, you're still winning. There are some cards that they make perfect sense to grade. But overall, I would say if I were to do it all over again, I sent the bulk of cards to CGC. But honestly, I enjoyed my PSA return a lot more. And I feel like those cards, the value of those cards I got back from PSA. I'm sorry, guys. I'm super tired. It's been a long day. Did stuff at the bar, did stuff at the gym. But overall, cards that I pick up from PSA, I think I'm going to be happier with. So moving forward, nothing against CGC, but I think I'll be grading stuff with PSA or buying stuff exclusively from PSA. It sucks to say that because you can get some amazing cards from CGC just because people didn't want to wait or deal with PSA. But at the end of the day, I have learned the hard way so that you don't have to, that you should probably stick with Beckett or PSA. I would honestly say that CGC might change their label. They might change their pricing. We cannot see the future. I can only tell you or advise you guys based on what I see right now. And right now, CGC is a good little bargain, but they have to work on the design. They have to stay consistent. They cannot have changes anymore because those changes really threw people off, really threw people for a loop. And hopefully moving forward, things can be a little bit more consistent. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I wanted to keep it a little short and sweet. We still have a mail day coming up, but I'm going to try and fit in some topics before that mail day video, try and space things out a little bit. I hope you guys, again, most importantly, Pokemon stuff aside, I hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday season. I hope the capitalism and consumerism is really treating you well this season. The holidays are always rough for me. Special holidays, Valentine's Day, Halloween, everything. It's all about spending money. So it's always a tough time of year. But regardless, it's the little things. It's spending quality time together, watching movies, having hot cocoa, spending quality time together. That's the most important thing about these holidays. And I hope you guys are appreciating your family and the people in your life, and just enjoying it. Anyways, I think that's all we have wrapped up. Oh, I do have one more thing. Okay, so you guys know I've been talking about the TikTok deals recently. I'm trying to keep my voice down. The reason I've been talking a little bit lower in this video is because my daughter, she's having a nap right now. I don't want to wake her up. Anyways, guys, I have been talking about 151 nonstop. We got another TikTok box here for cheap. We are going to open this. We are 2 cards away from completing 151. We need the, we got the Pikachu. We need the hyper rare Mew and the Nidoking. That's all we need. We need 2 cards left and we're done with the set. And then if we open the set again, it'll be for fun. But we had a really good experience on our last TikTok boxes from Capital Gaming, I want to say. This TikTok box came from Forged in Fire or Forge Fire. I don't care. I don't even know what their name is, but you guys get the gist of it. Anyways, we'll be opening that up this upcoming Wednesday for the live. We are continuing with our 151 completion hunt. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for supporting. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for everything, honestly. Like, I'm very grateful. I'm very lucky. And I feel even more willing to say that during the holidays. It's a time to reflect and think about stuff that you're grateful for. And this channel would not be here without you guys. So just putting that out there. Anyways, thank you guys. Have a fantastic holiday. Let me know what you think about CGC. Are you grading with CGC? Are you buying CGC slabs? Are you cross-grading with CGC slabs? These are some other things, some other pros and cons to CGC. You know, you can buy the cards for the grade and then just crack them and send them off to PSA. So there's still value, I think, into buying CGC slabs. And then, of course, if you're collecting CGC slabs, obviously your collection's gonna look good if it's all CGC slabs and everything is uniform. I think that's kind of a separate video, but collection uniformity is very important, right? And I had a friend tell me this and I kind of didn't care. I was kind of like, if I find the card from a different company and it looks nice, who cares? But it does matter. It does matter. You get to a point collecting where you want everything to kind of match up. You want everything to look good together as a whole. So collection uniformity is very important in that respect. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about CGC. I'm not even going to edit that out because everything is raw on this channel. Anyways, guys, peace out.